Hello, I'm Alex. I have not talked in a YouTube video since my Season 6 Combi request video. It's been a while, and I have this, little list of videos, ideas and stuff. So I decided to take up one of them, that being a Cookie Run Viability tier list. Cookie Run Ovenbreak Viability tier list, I should add. This isn't for Kingdom, this is entirely Ovenbreak, and I'm going to be ranking Cookie Run characters based on how viable I think they are overall. So let's start off with a few rules. So the rules for this tier list are, as you can see by the tiers, it's based on viability. So as you can see by S tier, highest potential, A tier is great potential, B is average potential, C is below average potential, and D is hardly viable. So Cookie Run has had its fair share of balance updates that have balanced all the cookies to score on par with each other. And I know that Cookie Run Ovenbreak has its share of power creep when it comes to newer characters. So I want you to look at this tier list as if all these cookies are balanced equally, and which ones I think objectively would stand out more than the others. I also want to add that this video is very obviously not scripted. I'm just kind of talking on my own. I feel like, I haven't played the game since I believe Candlelight Cookie came out, or Candle Cookie, something like that. But anything before then, I played this game consistently, every day. So I feel like I have a pretty good stance on all of these cookies, and the reason I'm not judging cookies that have been released recently is because I haven't seen very much of them. I know very, very little about them. So, yeah, this is purely Season 6 and before, and there's not really any rules other than the ones I mentioned before, so let's just get into it with the first cookie. Alright, let's start off with Yoga Cookie. So, Yoga Cookie was released when Ovenbreak first came out. She was one of the debuters for Ovenbreak, and obviously, because she wasn't a returning cookie, she's always been kind of good. She got a lot worse during the early years of Ovenbreak when power creep was at its worst, where characters went from scoring, for example, 10 million per run to 100 million per run, and that just kept increasing and increasing until eventually the game was balanced during the, I believe, Guild Run update, when Purple Yam and Milk Cookie came out. But let's look at Yoga Cookie's ability. So her ability slows the energy drain when it's active, and also her abilities are really, really frequent, which is good for scoring, a lot. On top of that, she combos with her pet, which I know before it used to be it would increase the time of her ability. I think they've stopped doing those kind of combi bonuses. So because of that, but because she's an epic, of course, I'm going to put her in A tier. I think she has pretty great potential to continue to be a good cookie as updates come out later and the more she's balanced to score similarly with other cookies. That kind of took a while, I'm not going to lie. So let's just continue on. Adventurer Cookie. Adventurer Cookie is an interesting one. Adventurer Cookie, his ability swings on cinnamon ropes to gather gem jellies or something similar to that. He's mainly known for his distance. Because he swings on ropes in his ability, he can get a lot of distance, and if you continue to swing on the ropes one after the other, you'll continue to kind of speed up as you collect all the jellies. For distance, I think he's good, but he's also balanced out by the fact that his abilities are kind of really long. However, you can't lose energy while you're in his ability. So it means that if you get this cookie to have one last ability when he doesn't have enough energy for it and he's on those ropes, he's gonna last a while, and I think that's actually pretty good. It's a good mix between distance and point earning, and his pet also creates energy potions, which helps his ability, or not his ability, but his ability to last longer, which I think is pretty solid. I don't know if he's the best distance cookie, but I think his distance is actually pretty good. And his ability, it creates a lot of jellies, which pairs well with treasures that give more points for jellies. I think he's pretty high potential. I want to put him on the same tier as Yoga Cookie, which is A tier. I think that's pretty fair for him. Oh boy, Alchemist Cookie. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna let my bias get in the way of this. I've never been a fan of Alchemist Cookie. I don't know what it is about her. I just don't really like her very much. But, first of all, she's a rare cookie. Unfortunately, rare cookies are kind of not the best in terms of, obviously they're below epic cookies and, of course, legendary cookies. So it means that she's not always going to be on par with other epic cookies, which already kind of hinders her. Her ability is alright. I know that you can earn a tiny amount of score more if you do her large, purple grape abilities, rather than her small grape jelly ones. So it means that you always have to aim for one ability over the other, which means that she can be really inconsistent if you don't play her right, or especially on maps where you have to jump a lot, because her ability, it shifts between the two. So it goes from green to purple to green to purple every time you jump. So inconsistency is a big problem for Alchemist Cookie, and her pet is Energy Scale. Her pet's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I know there's certain maps where coins are a little more harder to obtain, but her pet's good, and her ability's okay. I think she's, like I said, hindered by the fact that she's a rare. So I think I'm gonna give her average potential, just because she scores pretty well. Her ability is nothing crazy, she doesn't really go very far, but she earns points, and sometimes you don't want cookies to go very far, so yeah. Aloe Cookie. Aloe Cookie, I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking it's between S and A for me. So Aloe Cookie, when Aloe Cookie first came out, people were getting insane scores with them. It was actually unbelievable, because you can optimize their ability really, really well to just earn a stupid amount of points, like more than you're supposed to. I don't know if they balanced it to limit how many times you can use their like ability to get score, but if they haven't, first of all, why? But that also means that Aloe Cookie has insanely high potential to score. Aloe Cookie obviously might not be on par with the legendaries, just because the amount of score they can get is just absurd, and also their magic candies on top of that, and their high energy count, and they're usually good pets. But in terms of all the other epic cookies, I think Aloe Cookie is much better than all of them in terms of their potential. I might change this later, but for right now, I think I'm going to put them in S tier, highest potential. In terms of all the epics, I think cookies that have abilities that you can control in a similar way to Aloe, it's like entirely skill based at that point. Right, this guy. Oh my god, am I gonna misgender? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know this cookie's pronouns. Anyways, Ananas Dragon Cookie. Okay, he doesn't have a magic candy yet. He's also non-binary, so I'm gonna refer them correctly. So, Ananas Dragon Cookie is a legendary cookie, which is really, really good in terms of potential. They also don't have a magic candy, so that is really good for them. It means that with the magic candy, they have even more potential to score good. And their abilities are not entirely infrequent. I'd say they're pretty frequent, and they also last a very, very long time. In terms of distance, I don't think Ananas Dragon Cookie is the best, but I think they do their job really, really well, and they can earn a stupid amount of points just because they are a legendary cookie, and they have a lot of energy. And I believe their pet can also grant energy. Am I just misremembering something? Let me find out. Okay, no, they can't. They can't earn energy. They just destroy obstacles, which is not bad, but that's just score. I mean, score is good, but there are cookies that have pets that give energy and good score. However, just based on the fact that they're still waiting for a magic candy, I think I'm going to put them in S tier. However, if I were to rank them based on, you know, the further on in the S tier, the better they are, I'd probably put him on the lower end of S tier with some of the other legendaries that don't have magic candies yet. Alright, Angel Cookie. I'm not gonna lie, I've always liked Angel Cookie. I've always liked their ability, as simple as it is. It's just a magnet that attracts jellies like crazy. But you know what? I think the magnet abilities are really, really fun to use. I just like attracting all the jellies to me and just getting a stupid amount of points for them. Angel Cookie didn't used to have an ability, but with their magic candy, they have the ability to get these really high scoring feathers. There's a couple things that kind of give Angel Cookie a bit of trouble earning score. First of all, that feather ability lasts forever. And it's not that it lasts forever and slows the energy drain during that time, like a cookie like Yoga Cookie. No, it just lasts forever. And it means that if the ability starts right as Angel Cookie runs out of energy, they're not going to get all the points from all the feathers, because you have to continue running with Angel Cookie to end up getting all those feather points. They don't really have anything to stop their energy drain. However, their pet does revive Angel Cookie, and I believe it also revives the relay, which was changed when Angel Cookie got their magic candy. So I think they have average potential. It's more the fact that they earn extra points for all jellies. I've always found Angel Cookie combining really, really well with treasures that create a bunch of jellies, or just on maps where a bunch of jellies are present. I think those are the best for Angel Cookie. But ultimately, because they are a rare cookie and they've had their candy already, I think they're also going to be at average potential. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Apple Cookie. I used to love Apple Cookie in Line. I like their ability. It was really, really unique. If you guys don't know, in Line, Apple Cookie used to create these bubble jellies that used to create alphabet jellies, which would allow you to go into bonus time. Their ability was based entirely on going into bonus time and gathering a bunch of points from bonus time, and that is such a cool ability. I don't think a single character has the ability to like change a bonus time that way. I know cotton candy, but the fact that not even like the background changes when apple cookie goes in bonus time is really lame, honestly. Like visually, they missed out on a lot of apple cookie, and I think their ability is kind of mid. It's like average in earning distance and earning points. I mean, it's okay. I think it's a really boring ability, but obviously I'm not gonna. Going back to completely objectively, I think they're kind of mid, honestly. Like their ability doesn't really get that much distance. It gets an okay amount of points, and their pet, despite the fact that it scores well, doesn't really provide energy or anything like that. I think apple cookie is pretty average potential. I'm not gonna lie. Avocado cookie. The thing about some of these cookies is that they were released really, really early on, so I'm kind of struggling to remember their abilities. I know that avocado cookie creates tools. She's a blacksmith, and those abilities are whatever. I mean, I've never been a fan of them visually. They're just kind of like reskins of other cookie abilities. In terms of points, not really that crazy, honestly. Her pet, Avocatapult, is cool in concept. It'll just give you more points for all the jellies you collect. Kind of similar to Sweet Rice Seal. Avocatapult is... Oh my god. Avocatapult is like that, but it's a lot more passive. So I guess you can see it either way. I kind of like getting a bunch of points at once rather than getting a small amount of points. Anyways, that's not the point. Their ability is kind of mid. They get an okay amount of distance. They have an okay amount of energy, I believe. But they don't really have anything special that allows them to stand above other cookies. So I also think they're pretty B tier, average potential. Banana cookie. This cookie took forever to come out. Can I just say that I was really, really excited when the banana cookie leaks came out. Cookie Run Ovenbreak used to be data mined all the time for like leaks and stuff. And Banana Cookie was meant to come out a lot earlier. Like they found her magic candy ingredient in the files a long time ago. How long did she come out afterwards? Like 2 years later? She's not really a coin cookie anymore. Well, I think she is, but she's more based on earning score than coins, which is good. It puts her out of hardly viable for sure, like 100%. I think her ability's cute. I like her monkey. I really like her costume and line. I hope they eventually add it back. Maybe they haven't, I just don't know. But I mean, she earns coins, which pairs well for a pet like Energy Scale, for example. Her pet's okay. I kind of want to put her in average potential because of that. Yeah, she's pretty average. You're not really going to be using Banana Cookie without her pet because her combo bonus is too good. She's better than Cheesecake Cookie, that's for sure. I'm glad they didn't just make her another coin cookie. Beet Cookie. Oh my god, there's so many cookies. Okay amount of points. Doesn't really travel much distance-wise. I believe their ability is pretty long. I don't remember if Beatster gives energy. Let me search that up. Okay, Beatster can give energy. Not a very... Okay, it's one of these pets. There are certain pets that rotate between giving energy and giving points. I've always found those pets kind of annoying because I hate getting to the end of a map and I'm like, I need a little bit more energy left, and it you know, the pet goes off and does this thing and then it gives me like a stupid 2 million point object. It's like, thanks a lot. The fact that the pet is inconsistent, or it's not inconsistent, but you have a, you know, you're either getting points or energy. You have to kind of like keep track of how many times they're going to keep rotating between the two. I think that's kind of lame, but the fact that Beet Cookie's abilities are so long is really, really nice. And honestly, I think I'm going to put them in great potential. Bell Pepper Cookie is like Hero Cookie, but cooler, I guess. I don't know. To think that a superhero cookie would be beaten out by some nerd. Look at his stupid glasses. Anyways, Bell Pepper Cookie. This is a really forgettable cookie, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually searching up what their ability does because I cannot remember for the life of me. I know they turn to like this mech robot guy, which is kind of cool, but yeah. So, right, you can dash with the jump button. That's pretty cool. I like that. I think their abilities are long enough, and the dash is a nice touch to kind of allow them to get some distance. And the fact, this is solely a score cookie. I think that's the best way to put it. I believe their pet might give energy. No, the pet's like a vacuum, is it not? Okay, yeah, the pet doesn't give energy. The Magic Canyon doesn't give energy. The pet doesn't give energy. I don't think the cookie gets energy. If they do, they might get a little bit from the batteries. But honestly, that's not really saying much. I think Bell Pepper is a really good scorer, but I think they can easily become outclassed just because they don't have anything that allows them to earn energy. And I mean, they get an okay amount of distance. It's nothing crazy. So I think I'm putting Bell Pepper in average potential. Birthday Cake Cookie has long abilities, a magic candy that grants them energy, and I believe their pet only creates jellies, which is fine, but nothing kind of crazy. I think their abilities last long enough to kind of be worth something, but their abilities don't last that long. It's pretty I'd say average, honestly. Well, I mean, they're long, but this cookie isn't really a distance cookie, more than they're a point cookie. They're kind of in between, and honestly that in between kind of makes them nothing special in terms of earning a score, so I also think they're average potential, unfortunately. Blackberry cookie is fun to use. She's a weird one, actually, come to think of it, because Blackberry doesn't really have an ability. She has a passive ability in the sense, because ghosts will go out of their way to create power jellies and energy jellies. But she's definitely not a distance cookie, at least not in the traditional sense of her having an ability that allows her to just travel a huge distance, then stop, and then travel a huge distance, and stop. She just kind of travels at a normal pace, and like power-up jellies will allow her to gain some distance and all that stuff. But the fact that she does earn energy is really nice to have. I think she's a pretty good relay cookie, honestly. I think she has a pretty great potential. I like Butter Pretzel Cookie. I think she's cool. She's an artist. I'm an artist. I've never really been into painting. I think painting is kind of mid. I'm a digital artist. I suck at traditional art. That aside, though, Butter Pretzel Cookie she's nice. I mean, she does her job well. I don't really think she earns energy, does she? Yeah, no, she doesn't earn energy. And her pet doesn't give energy either. She's a decent scorer. Her abilities are long enough to kind of stall out the energy drain, as I said before. I should probably preface what I mean by stall out the energy drain. When I say that, I mean that if you have like 5 energy left and her ability activates, she stalls the energy drain like at 0 energy until her ability ends, and that allows her to get a lot of distance at the end of the run and just get that one last ability to earn extra points. But she's solid. However, because she doesn't have a way to earn energy or speed up, she doesn't get very much distance. She just destroys obstacles, makes points, nothing really crazy. So I think her potential is pretty average, but I think she's neat. Oh boy, Blueberry Pie Cookie. This cookie, man, it's between S and A for me. This cookie will always come back because her magic candy allows her to revive, which is great for a relay cookie. She can activate an ability right before she runs out of energy, stalling the energy drain a little bit, and then she can do that again when she revives. Like when she revives, it gives her just enough energy to do her ability again, like at the very, very end. And that is crucial. She has insane survivability. On her own, like as a main cookie, she's okay, I guess, nothing crazy. But as a relay, I think that's where she excels the most. She earns a good amount of score. Her abilities are also long, so they last a while. I think paired with the fact that she has a revive, a good ability that lasts a long time, her revives are optimized to allow her to get as much out of her energy as possible. I think she has really, really high potential. I think I'm actually going to put her in S tier. She's another S tier epic, but more as a relay than a main cookie. As a main cookie, I think she's okay. She'd probably be A tier just based on her revive. But as a relay, yeah, she has super high potential. Alright, that's part 1 of the Cookie Run Ovenbreak Viability tier list. I still have a lot to go. I'll definitely work on this later. I don't know if this is the most entertaining video. I kind of got to figure out like who I want to appeal to for my channel. I mean, I've made like my Singing Monsters videos, and I used to make Cookie Run videos quite a bit, but I kind of stopped as I stopped playing. I think it's fun to kind of like look back at Cookie Run and see how far the game has gotten with its characters and its abilities and like how unique each cookie is. I think it's fun. I'll be back for part 2 for sure. If anyone has any sort of advice or suggestions or anything like that, please like comment down below. I would love to hear it. If you even made it this far, I am genuinely impressed, and I hope my commentary was entertaining enough. This is completely unscripted. Maybe I should make scripted videos, I don't know. I kind of just like talking, but yeah. I should probably finish this background. You can leave now, bye.